You work hard, you push through the pain, you stay late, sacrifice weekends, and give everything you've got. But nothing seems to change. You're still stuck in the same place, wondering why all this effort isn't paying off. Here's the truth no one tells you: hard work alone is not enough. And that is exactly why you feel stuck. You've been told since childhood, work hard and everything will fall into place. But if that was true, everyone grinding 14 hours a day would be living their dream life. They're not, and maybe neither are you. Because hard work without direction is like running on a treadmill. You're sweating, moving, exhausted, but you're not actually going anywhere. Let's talk about why. First, hard work gives you a false sense of progress. It tricks your brain into thinking effort equals growth. You feel productive because you're busy. But being busy and being effective are two very different things. Think about it. You can dig a hole with your hands all day, or you can pick up a shovel and finish in an hour. The problem is, most people are too focused on digging harder, instead of picking up the shovel. They confuse motion with movement, and that's why they stay stuck. They convince themselves they're doing everything right, but deep down, something feels off. Because no matter how hard they push, the destination doesn't get closer. Second, hard work often becomes a shield, a way to avoid facing what actually matters. Because if you're working, then you don't have to think. You don't have to face your fears, question your path, or admit that maybe you're not moving toward the right goal. It feels safer to grind endlessly than to pause and ask the hard questions. Am I even on the right path? Is this effort actually leading somewhere? Those questions are uncomfortable. They demand honesty. They demand courage. So most people just keep working harder. And slowly, they burn out. They wear exhaustion like a badge of honor. But it's not strength. It's fear of facing the truth. Third, the world doesn't reward effort. It rewards value. It doesn't matter how long you work, if what you're doing isn't meaningful or strategic. You can sprint in the wrong direction your whole life. But someone walking calmly in the right direction will always get there first. Hard work matters, but only when it's paired with clarity, skills, and smart action. Ask yourself, are you working on things that actually move the needle? Or are you just doing what's familiar, what's safe, what keeps you busy? Sometimes, the biggest trap isn't failure. It's comfort. Because comfort convinces you that showing up is enough, even when it's not. Fourth, you might be working alone. And that's another trap. Hard work without perspective, without learning, without collaboration, turns into an echo chamber. You repeat the same habits, make the same mistakes, and expect different results. But real growth happens when you step out of that bubble. When you learn, when you adjust, when you evolve. The people who rise to the top aren't always the ones who work the hardest. They're the ones who work the smartest. They seek feedback. They adapt. They understand that success isn't built by force alone. It's built through direction, alignment, and constant evolution. Fifth, and maybe most importantly, hard work can make you blind. When you're buried in the grind, you stop seeing opportunities. You miss the signs that something needs to change. You silence that small voice inside you that's whispering, "This isn't it." And slowly, without even realizing it, you build a cage with your own hands. A cage made of routines, of repetition, of doing the same thing over and over, hoping one day, something magical will happen. But nothing magical comes from doing the wrong thing longer. It comes from doing the right thing with clarity and intensity. So here's the truth. Working hard is noble. But if it's not aligned with a clear strategy, the right skills, and honest self-awareness, it will trap you instead of freeing you. You don't need to work more. You need to work better. You need to pause and think. Where are you really trying to go? What skills do you need to build to get there faster? Who can guide you, teach you, sharpen you? This is what separates people who grind forever from people who break through. The difference isn't how much they work. It's how smartly they aim. Stop glorifying the grind if it's leading nowhere. Start building a direction. Start building a strategy. Hard work should build your life, not drain it away. Remember this. Effort is powerful, but direction gives it meaning. And clarity turns that effort into results. Don't let hard work become your prison. Let it become your weapon. A weapon that's aimed, sharp, and intentional. Because the truth is, you don't rise just because you work hard. You rise because you grow, you adapt, and you aim your effort where it matters. So today, don't just work harder. Step back, think smarter, choose your next move with intention. If this message hit home for you, don't just scroll away. Take a moment, ask yourself, where's all my effort really going? Be brutally honest with yourself. Because that moment of honesty could be the start of your breakthrough. Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. Share this with someone who's grinding but feeling stuck. Like the video, subscribe for more real talk like this. And remember, you're not stuck because you're lazy. You're stuck because no one ever taught you to aim before you swing. Now you know. Aim, then swing.